Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
Had to take over my brother's shift today. Sure as the sun's rising, he's off courting that noble girl.
We all have our place in the order of things.
Ouch.
Bright day for getting things done.
Too good to wear Karja clothes, eh, Nora? Damn Outlanders.
I have a friend in the guard. A machine broke up his legs. Terrible.
what you need, leave the rest.
Nice and bright out.
Take a look at these wares.
The Nora's sacred lands are soaked in blood. The sun shall reveal their fate. The spoils of the hunt have been...
These aren't goods. They're
We
necessities.
should find a few machines. Earn the spirit's favor.
Don't even think about making trouble.
Check out these wares.
I have nothing to trade.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
The sun element can't be bothered with work.
Nice to rest my feet.
I don't think I can help you.
I'm tired. I've worked enough to last
I tell
a
you,
lifetime.
never have children if you can avoid it.
Come take a look. I'll give you a good price. Did you hear the one about the boar, the grazer, and the sun priest? Would you like to buy something today?
Travel well.
Won't cost you a shard just to look. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. I've got all the best goods here.
Break it when it suits you.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Gotta follow up.
Got a broadhead here!
Move in!
Our enemies fear us for good reason.
Sunset for this one.
I saw some of the places you'd been. The new settlers have no appreciation of craft. They'd already piled your work in a ditch. But I knew the signs to look for. The scrabble in the dirt, those surprised splashes. And I did tell you we'd meet again.
Nil. Still hunting bandits?
Oh, yes. I've been sharpening my blade, anticipating the scent of the fight. Don't get me wrong, these scum are odorous. A little panic and desperation really sets it off, though, like an incense.
So, what's your knife called?
Why would someone name a knife?
So much for small talk.
Are you ready?
Just don't think this means I enjoy it.
Don't worry. We'll take your secret to their graves.
Those strung-up machine parts. An alarm signal.
Get the signal going! Trouble's on our...
Time to rain down some pain!
Hold on! Backup is coming!
But not... They've taken these travelers captive.
Keep those heads down!
I'm not leaving you in here. Let's get you out of there. Try me now. I'll take this.
One less enemy of the Sundom.
Friends, more sunless days are coming.
I never come across Red Mouth. It's gonna crush me with the tip of its tail.
I can't believe you defeated all the bandits. With us here, they won't come back.
Back to life.
Poor Nora. Imagine what it must be like to see so many people.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
I do. The ceasefire won't... The sun shines on those who mind their own.
Don't you seem
so they say.
fresh-faced and ready for anything?
Remember how the blood pounded in your ears? They'll ring later, in the calm. It's a call to arms, from your inner desires.
Or a cry for help.
I wouldn't fight it.
I can tell. So you used to be a soldier. You fought for the Karja?
Oh, for them, against them. An empire always finds its wars. You can't be picky. The new king of Vod saw things differently. Called an investigation into war crimes. Aren't all wars a crime to someone? Still, I raised my hand and volunteered.
You volunteered to investigate?
No, I volunteered my confession. No sense wasting time with an investigation. I was sent to Sunstone Rock for 2 years. The trade was fair.
What were these things you did, Nil?
Acceptable things, under the circumstances.
Acceptable to who?
I don't make decisions. Let's just say the rules of engagement suited me. But rules are important. A structure. Cage. Otherwise, you know of those places, lonely places where people once were? Now just a hole cut in the world. Chances are, I was there before.
They sent you to a rock for 2 years? Is this some kind of Karja ritual?
No, Sunstone Rock is a prison, south of Meridian, south of the Raingathers. Our new Sun King is a believer in rehabilitation, as am I. In the heat of a stone cell, in the dark, I learned to focus on what is truly important.
Have you found a new partner yet?
I thought we were partners.
I have my own roads to follow, Nil.
And they seem to lead back to bandits. That works for me. I'm not suggesting a Karja wedding. I'm never lonely when there's killing to be done.
Time to move on.
A brief encounter for us, but the end for them. They were squalid lives anyway.
Who's up there? To me, you chuffs! It's it! It's a bloody round!
Another victory for the Sun.
Okay.
Unlike their past.
Stocking up. Frost always said, patience.
We all have our place in the order of things. I don't have time to talk to savages.
Always stay bright. Always stay alert. That's what I say. Oh, I've got a lot on my mind, so I wasn't expecting you to speak to me.
Be on your way, Nora.
Stirring up tensions. I'm keeping my eyes open. I've seen it.
A fine day ahead.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait?
What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
I thought Meridian was open to all Carja.
What happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
Ages.
Shadow Carja? Assassination? What's it got to do with me?
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
What's going on here? Owen's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble.
The city's locked down on account of the murder.
It's always the merchants who suffer.
Something like your way.
Arrested two for disorderly conduct last night. You don't want to know what
Halt!
He doesn't look happy.
Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Redridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So, you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me!
We need to talk, alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
I lost someone too. At the proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
That's terrible. But why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, as though that makes it easier?
Yeah, why is that?
Anyway, there was something you wanted to tell me?
I heard what happened.
Special to me? Now I'm supposed to...
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killers came for me because of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents? Places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay, okay. Come on.
I love Meridian.
So many people here all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
That girl. Is she a Nora?
Don't pass up these.
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city
Take a look at these wares.
That must be the spire.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
How long will Avad hide in his palace? Blood for blood. Vengeance for Ursa. How long will Avad hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered. And her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
I have nothing for you, I'm afraid.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
The corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Oseram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
I don't think you're getting through that hatch.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm sober enough, all right? I don't need another lecture.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about what happened outside, with the crowd.
I don't want to talk about that. We're here because of what you said about Olin, so do what you need to do.
Did Olin ever invite you in?
Nah. Closest I got was a doorstep to help him home after a night out. We drank a river that night, but I hold it well. Usually.
You said Olin has connections in the royal court. Does he know the Sun King personally?
No. He served the court as a scout sometimes and sold ancient trinkets to nobles, but he never had an audience with the king. If you're right, and Olin's into something dark, Sun King Avad has nothing to do with it. I'd stake my life on that.
I'll look around.
That's what we came for. Call it a day, girl. Wasting time.
It looks like a picture of Olin's family. It looks like a picture of Olin's family. Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of damage if it fell down. Let's give it a little push.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I? Hold on now. You just got here. Is there any evidence or not?
serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
Wait. You can't go. We don't even know what Olin was up to.
The map. The glyphs show places he visited. There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances. And see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Carja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me?
Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Red Ridge Pass, you said. I'll see what I can do. Place. Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before.
You're an outlander.
Is that
Nora
some
from the look
kind
of you.
Spice?
I'll bet you're a machine hunter, too.
I've hunted my share.
Now, let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother with the Hunter's Lodge. If you're not Carja, you'll never rise in the ranks.
Are you saying that you have to be Carja to join the lodge?
No, they take other tribes. But they have rules in place to keep outlanders from gaining ranks. When Sun King Avad took over, he promised a new day, Meridian open to all. But it's a sham. Sure, you can get a seat at the feast, but you just can't eat the food.
What's wrong with the hunting lodge exactly?
Nothing, if you like stuck-up bigots. I'm known as a skilled hunter back home in Banur, so I thought I'd try my luck at the lodge. I thought it'd be simple. Hunt machines, gain ranks, see who's best. But it doesn't work like that at all. It's all rigged to keep the Carja at the head of the line. I don't need those snobs to tell me I can hunt. I'm going home.
Sounds like someone needs to shank things up at the lodge.
Maybe, but it isn't gonna be me. If you decide to go, be sure to give them a good old-fashioned Banuk farewell mark in my honor.
The Banuk farewell mark. What's that?
Piss on the floor. Preferably someplace they won't find it until it gets nice and sour.
Stay here, the board will feel like home.
Serve and they live.
machines or bandits try to get past me, they'll have to fight. More.
I'll be on my way back to Ba-
I should get going.
So should I.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around here.
Damn Oseram. Stirring up tensions. I've got a lot on my mind. Sorry.
Why you want to talk to me? I don't know what to say. I've been good. I promise.
Hope you're not here to give our daughters any ideas. The Oseram girls are bad enough. Those clothes. Long march from your sacred land, aren't you? What do the Nora have against color? That
I don't
outfit's
need
so
any help.
drab.
You're looking for artifacts.
Yes, but I'm no profiteer. Sun King Avad has named me an envoy to the Banuk. I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland, Ben-Ur. I'm especially interested in wooden figures that are sometimes found near Banuk rock paintings. If you have any, I have valuables to trade for them.
Tell me more about these Banuk figures.
Simple wood sculptures made by Arnak, a legendary hunter who was exiled from Ban-Ur for killing his chief. He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland. Later, his tribe declared him innocent. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero and want those figures back. I do what I can to help him get them, including trade for them, if you have any.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes. I've been to Ban-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad. Some say they're a mysterious people, but their ways make a lot of sense to me. All you have to do is be the best. Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman. They respect skill, not some fool notion of heritage.
I see the appeal.
I wish more Carja did. Anything they don't understand, they call backward or savage. You ready? Let's trade then. The Banuk will be happy to get their... Come on back if you find any... You there, Outlander? Do you have relics to trade?
I have nothing to trade.
I'm tired.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy.
Hi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgund. Did you come to the city looking for work? Oh, good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there, if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you. I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny. Too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. Hey, you're a smart one. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learn how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl, Nora girl, Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
If I did look into your rumor...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment on return. Outlander.
You can't remember?
You all have similar features. Striking features. Very striking.
I had another question. All right,
I have a feeling my shards are...
Does that mean you'll pay me now?
Oh. You weren't joking. You people are so hard to read. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part. Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part. Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part. Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part. Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part. Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? No questions asked on my part.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? Who'll sell me their services? Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy.
At least you don't put on airs.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Carja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Carja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough. What you hunters and your badges? I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me. What can I do for you today? How are the trials going for you? Have enough marks for a weapon yet?
I need a few more.
Okay. Once you get marks from the trials at... Welcome back. How many marks?
I need to pick.
Good idea.
Tarkus impressed with his skills, but he sponsored Talana. Now we're left with her. She had fallen instead.
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to speak to me.
Can't believe Redmaw defeated Tarkus. He was such a good hunter, but Redmaw is a beast of a Thunderjaw. I'd never face it.
I'm a member. Go bother the other sludges and leave me alone.
You look strong enough to man a forge.
Waste of time. Show was better last week.
Sorry, I have no news that would interest you.
Morning comes swift.
What have we here? A Nora Fledge.
I bet I've been hunting longer than you have. Are you a fledgling?
Not for long. I have a hawk who's about to sponsor me, so you're out of luck.
Typical savage. Barging in here without a thought. Right after one of our own was killed. Go away.
Little sweat and hard work. What have we here?
I bet I've been hunting.
Not for long.
The Sundom was founded here, under the Glenhawk's shadow.
In the hustle and bustle, you can forget what's really important.
Go for a drink and a bite. I've got a lot on my mind. Sorry.
So many come to the Sun and can't be bothered to work.
Excuse us. The Machine Rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the Savage Lands.
The Sacred Land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Huh. Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight. I believe I made myself perfectly clear.
So many come to the Sundom and can't be bothered.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a Hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So? I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a Hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever Hawk defeats the greatest machine first, becomes the Sunhawk.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
How does one become a Hawk?
When a Hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a Hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the Lodge in other ways. Unlike the other Hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bark dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all out.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me?
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoiled. Forget something? It's not enough to kill the machine. You have to...
for the first time. The Hunter's Lodge should never have admitted this than New York savages. It's another Carja.
Nora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Carja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Carja rituals to Carja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the Jewel, at a pool where snap moths gathered. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help. To find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Carja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Carja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end, he said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of the new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Take a look at these wares.
My mother told me to steer
Buy
clear
what
of
you need,
Outlanders.
leave the rest.
But you seem friendly enough.
Won't cost you a shard just
All
to look.
right. What did you want to discuss?
You're an Outlander, which is good. But a Nora, which might be bad. Do you fear the ruins of the Old Ones like many in your tribe?
No. Although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the Old Ones? They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends. If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
So you're interested in the old ones?
More than interested. I study every ancient artifact I can get my hands on. But years of study have made me too comfortable at my desk. I can't even bear the sun, if the truth be known. I don't know how I'll manage to take a partner. My family presses me for an heir.
Don't look at me.
Oh, no, I'm not looking. In fact, my father already has someone he wants me to wed. She doesn't interest me. I wish I had a brother to carry this burden. I would rather be left to my precious little vessels.
What sort of ritual were these vessels made for?
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for worship. But I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard. One for water, one for lotion, and so on. Each fluid in its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking. But which vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Are you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Drink? Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous! Yes, trade quickly. I have work to do. I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure, rugged, well-traveled. Yes. I would like to talk to you.
They're ungrateful is what they are.
You there! Can you help me?
Fine, good.
You with the second sight, I need your help!
Well...
You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with their second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the Liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Carja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
Won't find better wares. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see. Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up. I told you what I saw.
Oh, wonderful! Would you like to buy something today? These are... I've got all the best goods here.
Drops of blood leading the way.
Oh, you're in for a treat. Quite sure.
Won't cost you a shard just to look. Yup. Oh.
More blood. I'm still on the trail.
No ordinary thunder.
Still more blood. The thief got cut. The trail ends here. But someone must have seen the thief.
Shadow Carja ambushed.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Carja may like this thief, but I sure don't. I pay well for Banuk relics, Outlander.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
I have nothing for you, I'm afraid.
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah. Almost crashed into me, too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword, though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. that merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
The dances and the music. A shame most visitors to Meridian never get acquainted. They always do, except barbarian Zulus. You know, I wrestled her once.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Won't cost you a shard just to look. Won't find better wares.
There's plenty over here, but no.
Would you like to buy something today?
Come take a look.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
I'm just a kid.
Come take a look. I'll give
Why
you
you
a
want
good
to
price.
talk to me? I've been good. I promise.
I've got only the finest goods here. I've got all the best goods here.
Pass up these
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the...
these days. Check out these wares.
Won't find better wares.
Metalbot here, good prices, fair prices.
Downright embarrassing.
Fairest prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court, not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for snap-ball lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind snap-more lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long-leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
So which,
No market for a snap-maw lens that's good, strong stuff? You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long-leg lenses at a time like this.
As the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war or keep the machines from your farms. What you need is good, old-fashioned, plain...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned, plain hammered work. If ever something glittered, you'd throw it back.
If Carja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a good-looking shaft.
All those years of delving, and you never found a sense of humor.
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court, like I said in the beginning, Renine.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long-leg lens.
A snap-maw lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait! You drove her off. Snap-maw lens. What do you say?
I drove her off? That's rich. Listen, Huntress. Long-leg lens.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your metal.
You might have the wrong impression.
Because you gave it to her.
Our preference is for a long-leg lens.
No, it's for a snap-maw lens. Hunters, scroungers, bring us your metal.
You might have the wrong...
Because you...
Our preference...
No, it's... Hunters, scroungers, bring us your metal.
Scroungers? What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
I've got all the best...
We were agreed. I do the calling, you do the counting.
And what will say agree?
I don't complain about...
I hear the Nora are pretty good at making use of machine
long.
Cost you a
I
sawdust
wouldn't have to
to get
check
them.
it twice if you stopped droning in my ear.
We teach the Carja nothing else.
Boston lost another caravan to machines last week. Docked my wages. Again.
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
Oh. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Carja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
Any word about my part? Haven't been...
Here, the girl!
Somebody needs a kill.
Somebody needs a killing. Hey, get it.
They're scanning for me. Been waiting for the storm to hit.
What's up, homie? What are you doing? You just got here? You have another one? No, same one. Comes with a book.
Should have brought a cart.
Dude, you should have seen me. I tore these dudes. I was like,
Why didn't you take some video?
I am streaming. Actually, I'm gonna get top that.
Wait, are you streaming what?
Yeah, I'm streaming now. I mean, no one's watching, but it's recorded. I like that it's recorded. Let's see. Hopefully the stream is not broken. No, it's probably YouTube. YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello. Oh shit, it's recording. I didn't know it was recording the whole time. Let's see. Where was I? Here? Oh, I already did all that. Yeah, dude, what's up? No, it's probably YouTube. It's right there. Oh wow, it just skips to that. What? Alright, I didn't catch any of that. Oh well. I needed it. It's hot. Gotta get rid of something. Get rid of this fatty meat. Oh hey, Tyler's gonna get rid of his bed, and it's like a bed like this. I don't know if he wanted it. He's getting a new one tomorrow. It's kind of stiff, and it's probably like the stiff you'd like.
Like I won't move?
Yeah, pretty much. It's bouncy, but you know, stiffer than it. It's like the futon, but just like a bit more bouncy. But he's gonna be gone tomorrow. He's gonna go to work. And at 3 o'clock they're gonna come by, pick it up. And he said they're just gonna dump this stuff. I asked him like, hey, Can we take it? He's like, yeah. But I don't know if you wanted it. I'm gonna try it out, see if I want it. But
you want that?
no, this one sucks, dude.
You're the one that likes this one a bit.
I don't like this. I like mine. Mine was stiff. Mine was like, this one's like, I fell on you. You know this.
Hmm?
I fell on you. I don't like it. But yeah, if you're curious, it'll be there. If not, he'll look up it.
These will keep. This must be the Sun's climb, where the Banuk wants to paint his mark.
You are a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark, while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Carja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away. You have my thanks, Hunter.
Not them soon enough. Haven't noticed. Never know when I might need these. I'll tuck that away. Whoa there. I've ridden this far.
These damn Asura, stirring up tensions. I'm keeping my eyes open.
I'd like an opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to enjoy life.
Rounders, where's your medal?
Scroungers? What kind?
I have a snap maw lens to sell.
Excellent! Here's your payment. What a beauty.
Beauty? You only know that word when you're bringing them home from a tavern.
Your objects of art won't pay our dues. I'll tell you why. Because artists are always poor.
Might as well hang that snap maw lens around our necks. There's a dozen hawkers selling them upside.
You wouldn't know supply and demand if it was written on the backs of your hands. I'll make you a deal.
The last thing I want is you making any more deals today.
If you'll see sense about this snap maw lens,
Nora, huh?
you don't have to
People
admit
wouldn't
you're
know
wrong.
forged from a campfire.
Sometimes I wish a snap maw would drag you off into the jungle.
Sometimes I wish I'd signed up for the Vanguard. It'd be less painful.
They just keep going.
I'll make you a deal.
The last thing I want is you making any more deals today.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
be the Shrine of Kings that your mom told me about.
Not his private shrine.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Oseram want with a Carja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Carja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled-up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts at me.
Oseram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
It may have been meant for the Mad Sun King, but it's ours now. It's a public monument, not his private shrine.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Carja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before Outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill a Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the Mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Carja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
If you won't accept change, you should try to make peace with it. Your bitterness has poisoned you.
I have no need of your pity.
I wasn't offering it. But if you step aside, you can keep your pride, since it's so important to you.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
I wasn't sure about the Sundom at first, but it's growing on me.
Work hard, fight hard. Don't forget easy.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Carja do.
Should be taken to the Shaka Carja.
Carja carving is fancy, finicky work. They've thin fingers, you see. Not like forge-burned hands.
Is it just me, or do Carja people walk slow? They have places to be.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants.
This isn't back to their usual.
Oh, that's enough. Glad I stopped for a bit.
I better not write this in.
Show was better last week.
A few more.
No, I'm awake. Handle it. Damn it. Don't see what everyone's so impressed about.
Every time's different. Can't be too prepared.
I prefer the one about